I'm Nicole Smallwood, and joining me today is Carla Bevan, marieclaire.co.uk's editor. We're going to be telling you about the glamour and the gossip from Milan Fashion Week. What are we going to be wearing next autumn-winter? What trends have we seen that really have caught our eye? Carla, what have you seen on the catwalk?
I think, and I never thought I'd say this, but 80s is definitely the overriding trend, and actually I might even be able to see myself wearing it.
Now, we first saw this at Marc Jacobs in New York. What was that show like?
I think the Marc Jacobs show still has to be the best show of the season. It was just very upbeat, fantastic colours.
So going along these 80s themes, we've seen a lot of quite severe makeup. Now, as in previous seasons, it's all been quite natural and quite wearable, but this season, Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love, Eat Your Heart Out kind of thing.
At Gucci on Saturday night in Milan, the models had pink sculpted cheeks, slicked back hairdos, and looked like they could be in a Duran Duran video.
Now, we've seen a juxtaposition really between kind of the natural makeup and the 80s makeup. Do you think this is really going to take off on the high street? Can you see our Marie-Claire Reader wearing it, for instance?
I think if you've got a big party to go to, that's a place to experiment, and definitely this will be translated. Companies like MAC are bound to bring out some fantastic brightly coloured shades for next season.
Now, one other thing that we did see in Milan at the Prada show was over-the-knee boots and knee-high socks.
Now, Milan, they were actually waders that the models were wearing at Prada's. I'm not sure that any of our readers are going to be wearing those. I'm definitely not. But yeah, definitely some thigh-high boots. So you've got to get your kind of kinky inner self out, I think, for next season, or certainly your confident self.
Yeah, definitely. Now, also knee-high socks as well. And we saw these at Marni and at Prada and at Emporio Armani. Do you think this is really going to catch on? I'm not quite so sure.
Well, it does mean that you can wear really high heels without worrying about them rubbing, but I think that's the only way that you're going to get me wearing them.
Definitely, I'd have to agree with you there. Tights or over the knee.
Yeah.
Milan is the glamour capital of the world, and it did not disappoint on the front row or the parties this season. Carla, what was your favourite party?
I think probably Cavalli's party on Sunday night. Now, it was to launch a credit card, kind of strange in the current economic climate, but he pulled out the big guns, and he had them also at the front row at his show earlier in the day.
Now, I saw a picture of Fergie and her two daughters there, all in black dresses, virtually the same black dress. Now, also at the Cavalli show, there was Elizabeth Hurley. Now, she did a two-outfit change that I saw, black dress for the day, white dress for the evening. What did you think about what she was wearing?
Liz Hurley definitely knows how to dress for her figure, normally. I didn't think she was on her best fashion form, actually, in Milan. The black dress, just a little bit dowdy, and the white dress, too in your face for me.
I'd have to agree with you there as well. Now, the most glamorous party to take place during Milan Fashion Week was the Dolce & Gabbana party. They pulled out the stops. From the front row at the show to the A-list celebrities that were there. Carla, what was the show like?
The show was fantastic. You can always rely on Dolce & Gabbana to put on a brilliant event. Maybe not the exact clothes that we'll see strutting down High Street next season, but just as an experience, the music, the people there, everything kind of builds together just as a great event.
Now, the front row there was spectacular. We had Kate Hudson, Claudia Schiffer, Frida Pinto. It was a star-studded event.
Yeah, I mean, the list went on and on. I have to say, at the beginning of Milan Fashion Week, we really thought there weren't going to be any celebrities. Right at the end of the week, you have Cavalli, the next day Dolce & Gabbana, and they've got A-listers everywhere.
Now, I just want to single out Frida Pinto. For me, after the Oscars as well, I thought she looked stunning. I mean, she was wearing Dolce & Gabbana, but it was a modern, it was a fresh approach. It just really looked fantastic on her.
Yeah, she's definitely our new style crush in the Marie-Claire office.
Now, another lady that I want to bring attention to also is Kate Hudson. Now, she was there with her brother, probably because her boyfriend, Owen Wilson, was at the Marley and Me premiere with Jennifer Aniston.
I still don't think they're ready to sort of bring their love out onto the red carpet, and definitely not the front row at Fashion Week. But yeah, there are plenty of photographs have been spotted of them recently in Paris together, so it looks like the relationship's back on.
Back on and back together, you heard it here first. Carla, thanks so much for coming in today and talking about Milan. We look forward to hearing all your gossip from Paris. Our fashionistas have been out this week at Milan Fashion Week. Trish Halpern, Marie-Claire's editor-in-chief, has been looking at her favourite pieces. What was it about the Marni show that really took your eye?
I think Marni is the fashion show that all the fashion editors love. Whenever you come out of a Marni fashion show, the editor's like, oh my God, that was amazing, I want everything in the fashion show. So you know that it's definitely a fashion winner. She's very clever at layering, and she can put a boxy jacket over a tunic dress, and then there'll be the really amazing statement platform shoes, and quite often with really kind of crazy tights or even knee-high socks, but there's something about how it works together that is incredibly creative but very feminine and a little bit sexy too.
Definitely. Now the beginning part of the collection was a lot of navies and then moving into autumnal colours. But the navies, especially with the brocades and the jacquards, lots of different textured fabrics. Do you think this plays towards the design? Does this help her design come forward?
I think it does, because quite often you could look at the shapes and think, oh, it's a little bit of a sack.
Yeah.
But actually, when you actually then look at the textures and the fabrics and then the way they actually sit, quite often in Marnie you pick something up on a hanger and you think, oh, that would never look good on me, and then you put it on and it's, you know, it turns from being this slightly shapeless thing into this amazing kind of fashion creation. It's very exciting.
What have you got in your wardrobe at home? Which are your favourite designers?
Which are my favourite designers? Okay, Marnie, I'm a big fan of Marnie. I have quite a number of their tops and a couple of their dresses. Pringle, I've got a great coat and some knitwear. Gucci, I have some shoes and I've got a couple of blouses, but not too many pieces.
Now, any one item from the show so far that you're thinking that's on my must-have list for next season?
The gold necklace from Marnie. I think that might be on my birthday list for my husband maybe, or my Christmas list. It really is fabulous.
Trish, thanks very much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy the shows next week.
Thank you.
That's the end of the roundup from Milan. Join us next week at marieclaire.co.uk to find out about Paris.